Good morning, YouTubers. T-Square here with T-Square Talk. So, got a few comments. Someone said my stack was looking a little light. And it kind of is because I've been cleaning it out a little bit as I've been moving stuff around into other locations. But because I don't want people thinking that, we'll throw a little bit more out there. But most of the stuff that you see is stuff that I trade off. Anything you see in the videos, it's stuff that I do a lot of trading with. I do the shows once in a while and just trade with everyday people. But with that being said, today I want to talk about my thoughts on where silver and gold is going, because a lot of people out there have been calling me today. People that know me personally have been calling me and saying, dude, I thought you thought silver was going to go up. I said, it is. It is. But where is it going to go in the short run? Why is it going to go there? I did a short video on what happened yesterday was exactly what I would have expected to happen. I told you guys time and time again, I think they're going to have to cover them short positions. We're winding down the end of the second financial quarter. We have 1 week left, and by the end of the week, a lot of short positions have to cover. That's millions of ounces that have to be basically bought back and returned. And I find that so amazing because it's easy. What they're basically doing is they're borrowing from Peter to pay Paul. They're taking more short contracts right now to beat the price of silver down. Only, basically, for those of you that don't know, real quick, borrowing silver is creating a short position on silver. They borrow the ounces from the market, then they sell it onto the market, and that lowers the price. And why are they doing this? Why would they borrow silver to sell it to the market for even cheaper and cheaper to try to push the price down? Because they have to cover their short positions that they created 3 months ago, 90 days ago. That they did that to cover the previous short positions. And so what they're doing right now is they're doing it all over again. They're creating more short positions than ever before. And here's the thing. Each time they do this, they have to create even more and more short positions. Why? Because people like us and countries and manufacturers are starting to catch on to when the short position is. And if they can catch it and see it, they're going to buy the dip. Just like we're going to do. We're going to buy the dip. So what happened exactly in yesterday's silver price? Well, both silver and gold, because they pretty well go together. There's a lot of short positions on gold, but there are an enormous amount of short positions on silver. Why? Because they've been playing this game with silver for a while now. However, usually the two metals, when you take down gold, it allows silver to come down more. That's why when you see big gains on gold, you see even bigger gains on silver. When you see big losses on gold, you see even bigger losses on silver. Now, with that being said, what happened? Well, we saw gold go down $29, almost $30. It was $29.55, closing out for the weekend at $23.20. We saw silver, though, take an enormous hit. I mean, we're talking enormous. Now, think about this, though, for a minute. So, silver closed out the day at $39.60, down $1.23. Which is basically 1/26th of silver. That means that you had a double percentage drop. So whatever gold went down for percentage, you had silver double that percentage and drop. But here's the beauty of that. They're going to cover at some point this week, between now and the end of the month, they're going to cover them positions, which means they're going to probably try to beat it down. Now, what did I just tell you a few minutes ago? I told you guys, my personal opinion, they don't want to see us snapping up the dip. They create the dip. They want to capitalize on the dip. If in a perfect world, they don't want other countries like China, India sneaking in there and buying some of that dip. They don't want manufacturer or industrial companies sneaking in there and buying that dip. And they certainly don't want us stackers sneaking in buying that dip. Now, what does that mean? That means that we're probably going to see the dip happen at probably the most inconvenient time possible. And when would that probably be? There's a good chance sometime Sunday night and Monday morning, we could see a huge drop. We could start seeing it maybe drop a little bit during the Asian markets. But once the market closes, you might see it start popping back up just a little bit. And then once the Asian markets are closed, they've all gone to bed for the night. They've gone home to their families. At this point, picture it being like 8, 9 o'clock in the United States. It's not going to be at that time, though. I'm just saying for China, it will be like their 8 or 9 o'clock at night. So you think about it. Your stockbrokers in China, they're all going home to their families. They're winding down. They're having a nice dinner with their wife, spending time with their kids. And meanwhile, here in the United States, most of us are still asleep. And all of a sudden, we're still asleep, and then they beat it down. And I mean destroy it. Why? Because we're asleep. They're winding down, asleep. Maybe some of us are getting up. We're getting in the shower. We haven't checked it yet. Unless you're like me, and the very first thing you do is check the markets as soon as you wake up. I usually, when I wake up, hit that submit button to submit video, and then check the markets. Boom. It's that simple for me. But that it ain't guaranteed that it's going to happen at that time. They have all week to do it. There's a possibility that they beat down the price of silver on Friday, so we're going to go in and literally blow our load on these cheap prices over the weekend. We're going to take all the money that we've saved up, and we're going to go in and we're going to buy it up. And that's a possibility. A lot of people I've talked to said, man, seems like it's a good deal. We're back under $30 spot. Maybe I should get in and get some. And I'm not going to tell anybody what to do. I tell you guys what I do. Me personally, I'm waiting for a little bit more of a dip. I think there's going to be a little more pain. Now, what I'm saying pain, though, means good deals for those of you guys that still have money. Now, I'm not for having a huge amount of cash. I simply want to save money for when the dips come. And the dip, I believe, is coming. Now, once everybody spent all their money, they don't have to worry about us. A lot of us will be taken out of the picture. Why? Because some YouTubers are out there saying that the price of silver is going to plunge down to $20, which I cannot picture that. Some of us are hoping for 25, 26, but the charts are starting to say something else, that we're not going to see that happen. 27 would be lucky. Very, very awesome to see $27 range. But I think $28 is going to be the likely range that we will probably see a high, somewhere high in the upper part of 28. What would that mean? That means that silver could drop anywhere from 55 cents all the way down to $1.05, and that would put us at 28.50. So 28.50 would be a very favorable number. Big companies right now, if they don't adjust their spot price versus premiums, then essentially you could maybe pick up some stuff at $3 over spot, which would put you at $31 pickups. If I can pick up at 30, maybe 31, that would be an absolute steal for me, I think. What am I looking for? I'm looking for just the most ounces that I can get for my money. I'm not after collectibles. I'm not after... You might see collectibles here in front of you. You might see some American Silver Eagles, but you know what? Don't be confused. I only bought those Eagles because at $3.30 to $3.20 to 30 cents over spot, I don't know the exact number, that was a deal for me, I felt. I felt like, okay, if I buy through my normal channels, what am I going to get? I'm going to get an ounce at maybe $2.50, $3 over spot. I spend an extra anywhere from 75 cents to $1.25 extra, and I go from generic, I hate to call it junk, but I'm going to say generic junk because not favorable. Maybe stuff like what you see in this bag over here. Not favorable stuff, but now I could get Eagles. So for me, that just makes sense. That's what I'm after. A lot of people have asked me, you know, are you slowing down on buying? What's going on? No, I'm not slowing down on buying. You haven't seen any package openings lately because I haven't been buying because I've been waiting for this opportunity, which is coming. If you're careful, you can pick up some good deals this week. Now, obviously, if you're buying through online companies, look for sales. I saw JM Bullion doing an American Silver Eagle at spot price this weekend. The problem, watch out your shipping. Usually you've got to tie some other stuff in there or pay a shipping price. I'm not against any particular company. I'm not for any particular company. Do I get a lot of good deals from Universal? Absolutely. I order a lot of stuff from Universal. However, lately, I haven't seen a whole lot of big deals. However, I did end up just picking up today. They ran a special in one of the flyers where you could pick up at $29 plus shipping. And it was a good opportunity. And I didn't care if I could only get 10 ounces, I think it was, or whatever. I don't know the exact number. But I said, I'll take it. I'll take it. Same with a lot of these spot deals that you see. I've seen Provident runs a special often at where you can get a 10-ounce starter pack at spot price. I saw JM Bullion had a 10 ounces at spot price for a little while, which was a steal. U.S. Gold Bureau had an ounce of gold at spot for a deal. A lot of these places, look for the spot deals. Pick it up. Here's the thing. Come next month, we're going to start seeing silver and gold both start moving higher. Why? Because as soon as them short positions cover, it's off to the races. And we're going to start it over in 3 months from now. Now, where were we when you think about it 3 to 6 months ago when this happened last time? Well, keep in mind, we were at $22 silver back then. But they had to beat it down to 22. It was technically 25, but they had to beat it down to 22 to cover. That was a $3 drop. And then all of a sudden, silver spikes up to $32.50, and everybody's excited. Heck yeah, they're excited. And now they're beating it down to where we're sitting at now, which is $29.50. However, I think they're going to try to beat it down to $28.50. However, I'm not going to be greedy. If I catch it, I'm going to probably take advantage of it because when the new month comes, I would not be surprised to see the spike jump up to $35 and maybe continue to inch up from there. The whole thing about China not buying gold right now and all this stuff, yeah, I mean, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. Here's the thing. If you wanted to get as much as you can for as cheap as you can, what would you say? You would start buying it up on the dip, and you'd keep buying, and you'd keep buying, and you'd keep buying. You'd be dumping US dollars, essentially, which is what I think they're doing, to be buying gold. As the price of gold hits a pretty good high, I mean, is it high? No. Is it a new high? Yes. We got up to 24.40, I think. And all of a sudden, China said, you know what? We got to figure something out. We're driving up our own prices. We're paying more money for the stuff that we're buying. We got to find a way to beat the price down. So what do? They make an announcement. We're not going to buy any more gold. We're done buying gold. If they've been buying gold all this time, do you really think that they have an intention to stop right now? What are they doing? The most likely outcome is they're laughing at us, calling us suckers. Ooh, I don't know if I should have said that word. Needless to say, that's what I think they're doing. As they're sitting here and watching us push the price of gold and silver down. Now, here's the thing. They don't know when we're going to cover the shorts. I say we because I think the majority of the short position are big banks here in the United States like JP Morgan and all these companies that are here in the United States that have been pushing it down and betting on it. Why? a lot of different reasons. Some people say for industrial demand, they got to keep silver prices low. I don't entirely buy that, because truth of the matter is, if I want a new phone and it takes an extra ounce of silver, it's an extra $30, an extra $50. If you're spending $800 on a cell phone, is an extra $40 or $50 going to matter? Probably not. The price of anything, if they add more silver on it, is not going to matter. Take a Tomahawk missile, 500 ounces of silver, they say. Is it going to matter if silver is $30 or $60? I don't think so. When you're talking something that expensive, they don't care. They're going to spend it. For how much money they spend, it's insane. And so I'm looking for the buying opportunity. Why? Because I do believe this is generational wealth. It's generational wealth. I get asked all the time, hey, I heard a lot of people say they're picking up Eagles this weekend. Everybody says, hey, this weekend I'm going to the coin shop, I'm buying some stuff. Now, here's the thing. If you buy at coin shops, you're not going to be able to necessarily catch a huge dip that happens at 5 in the morning or 4 in the morning, 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning. Coin shops ain't open at that time. I wouldn't recommend anybody stays up all night watching for that. Do I? Well, I do. It's kind of like a fun thing. I cook a good meal, I chill out, I watch a movie on one screen, and I end up watching the silver price on the other screen and just roll with it for the night. Eating popcorn, junk food all night. I hate to say that, because some people are like, dude, you need to start watching what you eat and be a little more healthier. I should be, but I'm not. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I think silver has a lot of room to run. Silver's going to go a lot higher. Don't think for a minute that the prices now are, oh, it's so high, it's so high. It's not high. What we're seeing right now is a slow erosion of the dollar, a slow erosion of everybody's wealth, and the lower the dollar goes, the higher everything, including gold and silver, is going to go. You need to be prepared for yourself. You need to be prepared for your family. And if you prepare and you do the right things now, you are going to set yourself up big time later. So keep in mind, the dip is coming. Don't freak out when you see it go a little lower. Like I said, a lot of people called me up today, and I tell them all the same thing. Hey, wait it out. Give it 2 weeks and watch what the silver price is. 2 weeks. You guys have seen firsthand. Price goes up $1 or $2, and then the next day the price comes down $1 or $2. $1 up, $1 down, $1 up. I mean, think about that. That kind of volatility is only manipulation. And with that being said, utilize this time to sort your stack out. You got some high premium items. Maybe bring them into the coin shop with you and say, hey, I got this. Looking at spending a little money. I want to try to get top dollar for this item because it's a very popular item, specifically Eagles. Ask them, do I have something maybe that I can trade you that's going to get me a better price? I ended up trading a broken gold necklace this past week and ended up putting the money towards this 2011 American Silver Eagle roll. They've been handled a little bit, but they're still in great shape. They're American Silver Eagles. And he said to himself, I can make money off the gold necklace. I'll cut him a little bit of a break on the Eagles. And, he still paid me for the gold necklace. But he not only paid me and took the money off of that, but he actually gave me a lower starting price on that tube of Eagles. Maybe you got Geiger square bars that are popular. Maybe you've got Eagles that are popular. Maybe you've got some certified coins, or put in the comments something you got that you think's popular, and you might be able to do something with it. With that being said, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys again actually this evening with some really cool shorts. Tonight's Saturday night. Maybe I'll even go live. Who knows? But I'll definitely be putting some short videos up for you guys to check out. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you guys again on T-Square Talk. Take care, everybody, and have a great day. You guys are awesome. Take care. Bye-bye.